Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the San Francisco Giants and the Philadelphia Phillies. Should see some great battles out of these two next on the show. Cliff Lee out of the state of Arkansas is on the hill here. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, something to watch for when runners get on. How does he fare? Hasn't had a lot of success. It seems like when he's pitching out of the stretch, hitters seem to get to him a lot more often.
Curtis Granderson is into the ball game now as he assumes duties in center field.
Center field, number 3.
Austin Jackson heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Leading off for San Francisco, center fielder, Austin Jackson.
First of 3 here on this Tuesday night as the game's first offering is taken for strike 1. These Phillies, Eric Karros, as they enter play here tonight, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
And they've upped that lead in the division even further. They've put some serious distance between them and the rest of the pack, so they're well on their way to playing October baseball.
Lee looks in, ready with the 1-1 pitch. Hammers it to deep right field. Jordan racing back. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. And here's how the visiting San Francisco Giants line up in this one. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
Well, I think what they need is a little bit more consistency from the middle of that order. They need production with runners in scoring position.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone, and that'll bring in the right fielder, Hunter Pence. Into the windup and the pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. And set up behind the dish is Gary Simmons as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Well, some call Simmons a pitcher's umpire because he's been known to have a wide zone at times, but I think he evens it out, to be honest with you. Pretty fair overall.
Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time. Grounded to third. Beltre has it. Throw on to first, and Pence is turned away here for route number 2. And with that, let's take a look at how the Phils will set up on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
Buster Posey gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. First offering on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Set to deliver the 0-1. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Posey will take the turn and head for second. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
Well, there you go. 14 straight games now, and he hasn't gone hitless in a game in over 2 weeks. Do the math.
Brandon Belt will come forward now and in an early RBI spot. And he's the right guy to have up there as he currently sits in 5th place in the National League runs batted in category.
Yeah, and you know what, guys? This is kind of surprising to me. I mean, he's a good player, but I don't think many had him pegged to be one of the best run producers in the game coming into this season. He is having a breakout year, in my opinion.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit hard to short. Franco has it. And nothing will come of the two-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the two-out double. It's on to the bottom of the first. No score on the show. Madison Bumgarner is on the mound for the Giants in this one. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, Matt, when he seems to get in trouble, that's when he bears down. He's actually got a lower batting average against with runners in scoring position. That tells you a lot about what type of competitor he is.
BEN REVERE comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Left fielder, BEN REVERE.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. The 0-1 is a fastball low, and that evens the count at 1-1. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. A moment now to check out the hometown Phil's starting lineup. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, if you're on the mound, you better be careful with MAIKEL Franco. Last month, he drove in over 20 runs. He's proven he's one of the best run producers in this lineup. And if he can continue that level of production, it's going to go a long way toward helping this team win ball games.
Here comes the first pitch. Ben ZOBRIST comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
1-2. Here it comes.
Nope,
tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2.
2-2.
Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Hit hard towards center, and that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit.
Yeah, a one-out base runner here in the bottom of the first. Now you've got the 3, 4, 5 guys coming up. Let's see if they can turn this into the first run of the ball game.
MAIKEL Franco will get his first opportunity here, currently leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
What a great season, but in order to win the Triple Crown, he's going to need some help from his teammates getting on base. He's in the top 5 in RBIs, but not leading that category.
And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
Quite a matchup here. You've got one of the front runners for the Cy Young matching up against one of the front runners for the MVP.
The 1-0 delivery. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
The 2-0 pitch. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. The 2-1 on its way. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Set to deal on 2-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. With a moment now, let's take a look at the defense for the San Francisco Giants. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, one of the most entertaining players to watch in the outfield we'll have an opportunity to see in this one. Hunter Pence. Well, he doesn't always look smooth, kind of gangly, sometimes even awkward, but he gets the job done and comes up with some fantastic plays.
Brandon Jordan will stride forward, currently sitting in 6th place in the race for the National League hitting crown.
And he has a top 5 slugging percentage as well, so there's a lot of extra base hits to go along with that stellar average.
Starts him out with a slider for a strike. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center, number 28 on the season, as the Phillies have taken a 2-0 lead.
Oh, man. Well, one thing you can say about this guy, he doesn't hit many fence scrapers. I mean, look where this thing comes down. There aren't too many guys that are going to visit that area of the yard. That is way out of here.
Here's the center fielder, Curtis Granderson.
Center fielder, Curtis.
As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. Still plenty to be desired in terms of batting average, down in the 180s entering play. 15 long balls and 49 runs batted in. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Backhanded. Off balance throw gets him. Nice play there as the side is retired. But the fighting strike for a pair, both coming on this 2-run home run. Second inning coming up. It's now 2-0 Philly. Casey McGee makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Casey McGee.
Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0. And here's a ball hit in the air. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Lee steps into his windup. Here's the 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Here's his swing, and just foul, says the umpire, and he was right on that one. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hit hard up the middle. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Down 2-0 here early. They get the leadoff man on to start the second. We'll see how they want to play things from here.
Nori Aoki will get his first opportunity now. He's got to be feeling pretty good about things recently as you see his numbers over the course of the past 10 ball games. And this is taken outside for ball 1. And looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1.
Yeah, and this really is his 1-2 punch. He's got both the two-seamer and the cutter in his arsenal, so they're fairly similar pitches except for the fact that one works its way in, the other one works its way out. Very effective, especially when you double up and throw one off the other.
That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Nobody out, runner on first. Started to chase that time, but then he wisely holds off for ball 3.
Well, I think he got the pitch he was looking for right there, but not in the right location. So that's a great job of just holding up the swing.
And this is lined right back up the middle. ZOBRIST on to first, and they get the double play.
Batting 7.
You know, that's just unlucky right there. I mean, this ball is hit right on the screws, but it's definitely an atom ball. And once you field this, it becomes about as easy a double play as you're ever going to find.
Standing in now, JOAQUIN ARIAS. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 3 homers, 18 driven in. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He'll take the turn and head for second. And he'll make it in there with a 2-out double.
Batting 8. Shortstop, Brandon Crawford.
So a runner in scoring position with 2 men gone. And stepping in, the slick fielding shortstop, Brandon Crawford. He's set. Here it comes. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. And now you've got a base open here with the pitcher on deck. Is this a workaround situation?
I think absolutely. With 2 outs here, no sense in giving this guy anything to hit if you can pitch to the pitcher instead.
Lifted the other way to left center. After it is Revere. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. 1 left for San Francisco. They're still down. It's 2-0. Darren Ruff will stand in now. And as you can see, he enters play with 16 home runs on the season so far. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Hit to third. And McGee's throw is in time for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, on a slow chopper like that, that is the third baseman's ball if he can get to it. He's got the momentum going the right way towards first base, so he'll just cut right in front of the shortstop and make that play to first.
Here's the third baseman, ADRIAN BELTRE. On the ground up the middle. Crawford to his left. He's there. Throw to first. He'll be in time to retire BELTRE, and there's out number 2.
Nicely done there at short as you see him ranging to his left. He takes it on his forehand side and then flips it to first for the out.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250. 18 homers and 42 runs batted in. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Very patient here in these opening few innings.
And I think that's exactly what they're going to need to do. The more hitters counts that you can get yourself in, the more fastballs you're going to see. And this is a good fastball hitting team.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Nope. 3-0. You figure he's taken now on the 3-ball count?
Maybe even taken 2.
From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here.
That's a good job right there with 2 away, because if nothing else, you get your pitcher to the plate here in this inning, so you don't force him to lead off your next inning offensively.
Settling in now, Cliff Lee. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And here is strike 1 call to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1. He waits. Now the pitch. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
A pause and the 0-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Phillies strand 1. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. Madison Bumgarner set to lead off the third. 9-1-2 due up.
Well, you know it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you, because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss on the cut fastball, 1-2.
He might have thought he'd be getting another dose of that curveball because he was way behind that one.
Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1.
Well, always nice to get the inning started against the pitcher, and he sets him down easily for the first out of the third.
Austin Jackson.
So 1 away here with the bases empty, and we'll go back to the top of the order now for Austin Jackson. Hit hard on the ground to second. Zobrist is there. On to first, and Jackson's retired. 2 away now.
Well, I think he's got the right approach right here. That's a fastball up, and it's on the outer half of the plate. He goes right with it and hits it hard, too, but he just couldn't quite steer it into the hole there, and it becomes a 4-3 putout.
Hunter Pence stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Lee gets the sign. First pitch on the way. This is hit high and deep out to left. Revere going back. Gone! It's a solo shot here for Hunter Pence. Number 11 for him on the season. And the Giants have struck for a run. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Wow, after the first 2 hitters, this inning didn't look like it was going anywhere. But you talk to a lot of hitters, and they'll tell you if they come up with 2 outs and nobody on, that's where they get selfish and try to swing for the fences. And that's what he did right there and launched a solo shot with 2 outs.
Buster Posey walks into the box, reached base with a double his first time up.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. You got to figure that that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
The windup and the 0-1. Grounded back up the middle. There is Franco. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1 for the Giants. Bye-bye, baby. Hunter Pence leaves the yard. We played 2.5. It's the Phillies 2 and the Giants 1. Ben Revere takes into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning. He makes good contact, and he can run.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Jackson is under it. He's got it 1 away.
The second baseman,
He's just trying to get a fastball in there to start the inning. Ball winds up getting hit pretty well, but not well enough to do any damage. It's a 1-pitch out.
Ben Zobrist strides in after getting a base hit and later scoring the first time around. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. Outside at 94, 1 ball and 1 strike. Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1. All even now, 2-2. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, a little surprising you wouldn't pull the trigger on that one right there. This isn't anything fancy. Just a right over the top four-seam fastball. Absolutely frozen.
Into the box now, MAIKEL FRANCO. Hit hard towards second. Well, this will be pulled in out there at second base, and that'll be that. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They lead it 2-1. Back alongside Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as it'll be Brandon Belt getting ready to lead things off here for San Francisco. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but, you know, he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
And down by a run, a leadoff walk would certainly help the cause. He's got to shrink that strike zone here and not chase anything that he shouldn't be swinging at.
Lee's ready. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss on the heater, and it's 2-1.
And that had all the looks of a guy who was going to take a giant hack. 2-0, no matter where that pitch was. EK, I know you never did that.
No, not me. Maybe once or twice.
And he gets him to lift one high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Waiting on it is ZOBRIST. 1 down.
Now batting.
And as a defender, these are the kind of pitchers you like to play behind. Someone who pitches to contact, keeps the defense involved, and he gets an easy pop-up right here.
Casey McGee is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a liner. Foul. Belted high in the air out to left. Revere going back on it. He gets there, and that's the second out.
The left fielder, number 23, Nori Aoki.
Nori Aoki will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Check swing and a pop-up now to the left side. And BELTRE will make the catch to retire the side. Giants are down 1-2-3. They still trail it here 2-1. Brandon Jordan is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Up top, it's 2-0.
Now, after the home run last time, you can see a more cautious approach this at-bat. They don't want to get burned again.
Three and 0 now.
Not the best of starts to this 4th inning.
3-0 count. Here it comes. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Yeah, a little surprising he didn't offer it that one. That was a dangerous spot for a good fastball hitter.
Ground ball right side. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Center fielder.
Yeah, you know, this one was always shaping up to be a foot race, but that's a nice job of knowing that he's got to hurry a little bit as he wins the race to the bag.
Here's the center fielder, Curtis Granderson, as he'll watch a slider that stays inside for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Fourth inning of a 2-1 ball game. That evens it up 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
And I think now you're starting to get the sense that he's put that first inning behind him, and he looks a lot more comfortable out there now.
And that misses 2-2. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. And Granderson swings and misses that time as he's down on strikes for out number 2.
Well, he's given up the 2 runs in this ball game, but he has punched out 5 already as we take a look back through all 5 of those strikeouts. No question, he's definitely starting to settle down and getting into the flow of this game.
Into the box, Darren Ruff, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
Sometimes all it takes is just one call to go against you, like that one right there, and then you get yourself out of your own rhythm. You got to be able to put that behind you and move on.
2 runs on 2 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
And that questionable call on the previous pitch, it really changes the at-bat because he doesn't want to just lay one in there on 2-0. Now it's 3-0, and the tide is not working in his favor.
3-1.
Just overmatched him there.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner.
And that's not the first time he's had the bat taken out of his hands. You see right there, a lot of pitchers just said, hey, with an open base, forget about it. I'm going to let the next guy try to beat me.
Here's the third baseman, ADRIAN BELTRE, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1.
Anytime you can throw a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters you've faced or better than that, then you should get pretty good results. And we're in the middle innings in this game, so that's pretty good.
A runner on first with 2 away. Good break to that one, and he's in command, 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
turned on down the line. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. 1 left for Philadelphia. They still lead it 2-1. Leading off the inning, JOAQUIN ARIAS, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And there's a fastball from Lee to start him out. It's 0-1. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
And they take him out of the zone here, and he obliges. Not the greatest of swings there for the first out.
This one's been everything we'd hoped for. Two of the best left-handed starters in the business, and they've matched each other pretty much pitch for pitch so far.
Into the box now, Brandon Crawford. He flew out in his last at-bat. Smoked the other way, high and deep to left. Revere ranging back. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. So not quite enough to get the ball out of the ballpark here, and that's been a common theme as power has been in short supply. We'll take a look at the teams with the fewest home runs this season.
Yeah, Matt, as we take a look at this graphic here, you can see this isn't one of the stats this team is very proud of. And I'll tell you, when you're near the cellar in home run production like they are, every park looks like a pitcher's park.
First pitch of the at-bat. Madison Bumgarner is next as he finds himself behind 0-1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Fifth inning, 2-1 our score. Down and away, ball 1. Up high, 2-1 now.
I got 2-1 to count.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Giants down in order. They're down 2-1. Wilson Ramos comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Phillies, catcher Wilson Ramos.
Now a swing and a fly ball. Pence on the run, and no shot for Pence. This is going to land foul. Bumgarner has his target, coming at him with the 0-1. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Crawford is there for it. Makes the play, 1 away.
Well, usually when you get guys to pop up, means that you've got him off balance. And he's been able to mix things up all night long.
Cliff Lee is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1-2. You start it in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. It turned out to be a good take.
And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
Yeah, he's able to set down his opposite number there, and I'll tell you, these two guys have pretty much matched each other pitch for pitch so far.
BEN REVERE will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. Rips this one to first. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Well, he'd had some high-stress innings here so far. It was looking like he turned a corner and was on his way to a much-needed 1-2-3, but he's going to have to get in the stretch here after all.
Ben ZOBRIST will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. Pitch out, nothing doing. One-0 count. Here it is. Pitch is high. The throw, low throw, and he can't handle the short hop.
You know, when the pitcher slide steps, he's going to get the ball to the catcher even quicker, and the guy still stole that base. That was great.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. He picks up stolen base number 21 so far. Looking to keep this a 1-run game, and that misses. Ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
The batter, the shortstop,
MAIKEL FRANCO digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball 1.
Just because he's thrown 5 straight balls doesn't make this an automatic take, especially if for a guy in this part of the lineup.
And this is just off the outside corner, ball 2.
Boy, he better get it back together here with 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
There's a strike. It's 2-1.
That's a great call there on 2-0. The whole world's thinking fastball, but they dropped the hammer on him.
Ground ball left side. Fielded by McGee. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Phillies leave a couple as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Leading off the inning, Austin Jackson, and they'll need him to get something going here. Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball one. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
In for a strike. It's 1-1.
Well, it's just game 1 of this series, but you almost have to wonder if they forgot to pack their offense when they got on the plane. It's been nowhere to be found so far.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
You know, doesn't it just seem like the cut fastballs are the pitches that destroy more bats than any other pitch? Here's another one right here. Running hard and in, and this bat doesn't stand a chance.
Hunter Pence will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. First pitch on its way. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Here's the 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2. 1 run, 4 hits. And no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Well, this is not exactly the most convincing swing you're going to see, but this is a results-oriented game. He manages to take the ball the other way and make his way aboard.
Stepping in, Buster Posey. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. Now a snap throw to first, and the runner back.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Low scoring game thus far. 2-1 here in the 6th. And there goes Pence. Pitch outside, the throw, the tag, and he's out. Great job adjusting to the throw and applying the tag in time.
If you're not an absolute speed merchant on the bases, if the pitcher slide steps, he's got a much better chance of throwing you out. The defense sniffed it out right there. The slide step worked. Great throw to second base, and he's gone.
Much too quick on the trigger there. It's 2-1.
Boy, and a great 2-0 pitch there. Got him thinking fastball. And this looked like a fastball out of his hand, but it turns out to be a real effective changeup instead.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. And this is something we've seen a lot from him recently. He's worked his way into another good hitter's count.
Yeah, it's not unrelated either. When you're going good at the plate,
usually means you're being selective and you're not getting yourself out. And when that happens, you'll find yourself in these kind of counts.
Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. One hit in the inning, but no one left. To the bottom of the sixth we go. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. The Phillies lead it 2-1. Brandon Jordan will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
Now some action out in the Giants bullpen as they'll have both a left-hander and a right-hander get loose. Lays off 1-0. That's wide, 2-0. Shot towards second, but an atom ball right to him for the first out.
Well, he is definitely doing his part out there. You see his line so far. He's keeping his guys in the ball game. He's just not getting any help offensively.
Curtis Granderson will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
Popped high in the air. Arias is there for it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Worth a look at his pitches by inning so far. You can see he's up to 80 for the game right now, so he should still be in pretty good shape.
Striding into the box, Darren Ruff. He drew a walk his first time up. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. Well, it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
Bumgarner's ready. 1-0 on its way. And he misses again, 2-0.
2 tough sliders there back-to-back, and he couldn't get him to bite on either. Now he might have to change tack here, down 2-0.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
A little too tall that time. 3-1 now.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower, and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
And the count will be full. Two out, nobody on. And this one misses for ball 4. So the Phillies have got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Yeah, they went to the slider there on 3-2, and that's a pitch where you're really hoping a hitter will see fastball and swing through it. But it didn't work out that time. He winds up losing him.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and set to stand in a guy who seems to get better with age, the dangerous ADRIAN BELTRE. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. Two out with the man at first. And a half-hearted attempt that time as he broke the plane of the plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes now. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Hard hit ball to second. Played on the backhand. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Phillies strand 1. They lead it 2-1. Welcome back to Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. It's on to the 7th inning now with the Phillies out in front, and it's a good time to check out our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Brandon Belt will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. First delivery to him on the way. And there's a fastball from Lee to start him out. It's 0-1.
Yeah, he's still got that good movement on the 2-seamer. He's been throwing it well all night long.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. A good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made 1 bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
So 1 man gone in the inning, and here's the 3rd baseman, Casey McGee. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit sharply on the ground. ZOBRIST has it on to first, and there were 2 down.
The left fielder, number 23, Nori Aoki.
Nori Aoki stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Revere is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Giants are down 1-2-3. Our score remains 2-1. Wilson Ramos steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
Catcher, Wilson Ramos.
Bumgarner into his motion. First pitch on its way. 8, 9, and 1 to start the inning as the first pitch misses for ball 1. That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now. Two and 1 after the foul ball there. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Pops this one up. Belt just to the right of the mound. 1 away.
Well, this is a guy who's done his job on the mound. He gets another pop-up, but he just needs to get some help offensively because he's on the hook to be the hard luck loser.
Cliff Lee will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
And he takes ball 1. EK, the starter, creeping up on 100 pitches now, but that number alone doesn't appear to be affecting him too much at all.
Yeah, he still looks sharp. Still, with the way that teams handle pitchers nowadays, I don't think he'll wind up going much further.
Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
A much better approach here at the plate so far. He's not working from behind in the count like he has his first few at-bats.
We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. Pretty good cut there, but it's to 2-1 now.
Boy, I think 2-0, and you're the pitcher, you got to be taken.
To 2-2 now. And through 6 1/3, he's about to hit the 100 pitch mark now. Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. Swinging a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. There to take it is Aoki, and there are 2 away now.
The left fielder, number 2, BEN REVERE.
BEN REVERE gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Swinging a ball line hard towards short, and that'll get down for a 2-out single.
And from his perspective on the mound, I think that's exactly where he wanted to throw that pitch. You can see it's tailing down and out of the strike zone, but he just sticks his bat out there and winds up taking it the other way.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1.
This guy has kind of walked a tightrope all game long. He's only thrown first pitch strikes to 50% of the hitters he's faced, and yet pitching a very good ball game.
Now we'll snap one off over to the bag, and the runner back safely.
Keeping him close.
And another snap throw to the bag, keeping particularly close tabs on him.
Definitely has his attention.
And again he'll snap one over to first. And a dive, but he's back. A runner on first with 2 away. And another snap throw to the bag. And the runner back easily. And again he'll snap one over to first. And he's back standing. And again he'll snap one over to first. And the runner will get back standing. 2 out with the man at first. Revere rides off for second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw not in time as he steals second.
Well, they certainly paid a lot of attention to him over there at first, and it was wise to do so. But in the end, they had to come to the plate sooner or later, and he winds up taking second here on the stolen base.
To the hole, left side, and it's through, a base hit. Oh, and he runs right through the stop sign. And he is out at the plate. Trying to extend the lead to 2. Instead, he's cut down, and the inning is over. Joaquin Arias will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. Well, the guy you see right there has been terrific. But will they let him work these final 2 innings?
Well, I think the pitch count is in his favor. Everybody pays a lot of attention to that. So barring a huge spike right here in the 8th, I don't see any reason why he can't get these final 6 outs.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Drilled right back up the middle. And that's through into center field. So the tying runs aboard to kick off the inning.
Not too many balls hit solidly tonight. Just their 6th hit of the game. So now they need to figure out some way to string a few of these together.
Here comes the Phillies skipper on his way out toward the mound. And a change will be forthcoming, as that's going to do it tonight for Cliff Lee. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Ken Giles will get the assignment on the mound here as he'll enter with the runner at first and nobody out.
Ken Giles.
Hector Sanchez will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Hector Sanchez.
In there at the knees, strike 1. Giles sets. Here he comes 0-1.
Nope.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
Yeah, 97 will get up on you in a hurry, especially when it's your first AB of the night and you're just settling in.
Ready on 1-2. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. Cannot be giving up walks at this stage of the game because those could be fatal.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1. Our line score to this point tells the story. You see the Phillies leading this one at home here at Citizens Bank Park as we draw nearer to the end. Angel Pagan will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 21, Angel Pagan.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
Swing and a liner, but foul. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, that's getting bailed out at the plate.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1.
That's ball 3.
3-1 now, and I think he wanted to know where that one was.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention, I mean, especially when it's on the inner half.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. To second for 1. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
This is always a tough throw here for a first baseman coming off the bag. You got to make sure that you don't just throw the ball right into the runner's back heading down to second base. Here he takes just a little extra time to make sure that he makes a good throw. And they're going to settle for just 1 at second.
Quick check on that tying run at first. And he just manages to get his hand in. Here's Austin Jackson, the center fielder, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
And this one's over for a high strike. 1-1.
Yeah, that finds his zone, but some of these pitches are getting a little too much elevation. That could come back to bite him.
Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. Now a throw over to first, and he'll get back in standing. Runner goes for second. A pitch out. The throw. And they'll nail him at second on a brilliant call to pitch out. And the inning is over. Giants are down quietly. They still trail it here 2-1. Hitoki Happ is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Hitoki Happ.
Jose Ramirez is into the ball game as a defensive replacement. He'll be the new shortstop here.
Jose Ramirez.
MAIKEL Franco will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And a high strike there, 0-1.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. Get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
Now the 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hit out towards second. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Right fielder, Brandon Jordan.
Brandon Jordan strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
And you go back to the call on that very first pitch, how important that was. Now instead of a 1-1 count, you're at 2-0 with a really dangerous hitter up there.
Outside and low, 3-0. Launched to right field and deep. Back goes Pence. He jumps and brings it in. 2 away after a great play.
Well, this is really well done out there. I can't tell you how many times I've seen guys range back to the wall and then mistime that jump, but he tracks this all the way and winds up making a super catch.
Here's the center fielder, Curtis Granderson, as he'll line this one foul to the right side out of play. It's strike one. The 0-1 pitch. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. And he lays off the fastball away, so it's 2-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Phillies down in order. They still lead it 2-1. Back in the city of brotherly love with Major League Baseball on the show.
Your attention, please.
9th inning save situation, and they'll turn it over to one of the best in the business, the all-star Jonathan Papelbon. Austin Jackson will be the first one to greet Papelbon as he'll get things started here in the 9th.
This just isn't any closer. This is one of the top closers in the game, so good luck.
Now some movement out in the Phillies bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. And there's ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
And that's right where you want to be with your specialty pitches. If you can start them knee-high and let them dip out of the strike zone, you'll have a lot of success with locations like that one.
Papelbon comes set. Here's the pitch. Sent toward first. Underhanded flip. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the 9th as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play.
Yeah, and you can find him one spot off the top. 2nd in the National League right now. So he's made it really tough on the opposition out of the bullpen. Manager loves giving him the ball in tight games, so we'll see if he can add to his total right here.
Hunter Pence is at the plate as he watches ball 1. This is line to left. Revere is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Making a bid here to get on base is the potential tying run, but this ball just didn't want to drop for him and winds up finding the outfielder's glove.
Buster Posey will step in, a ground out victim as last time. From the stretch. And this is low, ball 1. Should the lead hold, the win would go to Cliff Lee. Hit sharply toward the right side. Lays out and he makes a spectacular catch. What a way to end this one.
And how about that for putting an exclamation point on a victory? Just a super play there to record the final out with some style.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. And guys, the Phillies able to claim this victory thanks in no small part to the contributions of this man on the mound, Cliff Lee. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he really pitched well. He ran into a few problems here and there along the way, but aside from that, he was definitely a difference maker out there.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Phillies win this one 2-1. Good night from Philly.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious Philadelphia Phillies. 2 runs on 5 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Giants, 1 run on 6 hits. No errors. They left 3 men on base. The winning pitcher is Cliff Lee. His record is now 5-2. The save to Jonathan Papelbon, his 35th. The loss goes to Madison Bumgarner. He falls to 11-2.